I am. So I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Computer's being weird. But I fixed it. Game. Okay. Okie dokie. Got my chat there. Can read it. All good. Why are you... This thing is curled. It's curled the wrong way. It looks like it's at the back for some reason. This one's all fluffy, but this one's all curled at the back. What's going on? I don't know. Right. So I've got some banners that I've got to put up because the Meadow has its own stream thing. And Itchy just messaged me. That's nice. I'm just getting stuff set up. Normally I do the setup before, but I just was like, oh, I done this. Oh, shut up. Everything's going wrong again with the things going wrong. Is that annoying anybody? Really? Is that annoying anybody? It annoys me. And all the time when I'm typing, I usually have something on. It's like the TV or something. Okay. Hey, Jeffers. Okay. So I've got the banners all mixed up for some reason. They're in the wrong place. I'll hide that just in case we have to draw something in the corner. Right, now I'm set up. Because I've not really used this since, it's kind of the thing. Right. So I got a message from Itchy, so I'm just telling him that I was basically streaming. I sent him a message. I don't know what it is with Itchy. He seems to have this thing where he's like not checking my messages. I hope I haven't done anything bailed. I'm probably okay. Okay. How are you, Jeffers? How are you, our pointers? I was going to say, how are you, Jeffers? Again, but my brain said, how are you, our art pointers? Because I was reading the text at the same time. Right, we need to open the actual art program because I haven't got that open yet. Come on, you're labeled. I'm trying to get it to bring up the last thing I did. And Five Thanks Tubbs, did you enjoy your yummy pie? I did, but I need another one. It was too yummy. I need another pie. Give me pie. Right, I've got the project open on the screen, so now I can actually show you if I can share the screen. Do it. Do the sharing. How about now? Why so yawny? Why so yawny? Yep, there it is. There it is. I'm going to keep it at that size as well, since I normally just like put it in off the side of the screen, but nope. Get rid of that. I normally do that just because I'm waiting for people to arrive to show up and stuff. But I mean, like Jeffrey, you're here already, so we've got people, so that's good. And yeah, so the station is it's looking like an actual space station now. So that's Q. Not done yet. Essentially, we're filling up some of the back segments of the space station. Shut up. I'm not. It's making me tired. It's actually making me tired. I was asleep. It was a while ago now. Yeah, I was asleep. So yeah. Anyway, I'm hungry again. I don't know what I'm going to have for food because we need to resupply again, but I haven't been out. So yeah, we were going to do that today, but yeah. I might actually film something as well tomorrow, so that'll be fun. That'll be fun. That's something else. Okay, I'm on this layer. Yep, that's good. I'm gonna get rid of this. So that line was bugging me, just sticking out like that. Right, so we're doing another segment. What are we doing? I don't know what we're doing yet. Oh, what one are we doing? My phone vibrated for no reason. Yeah. So, options. The options are we do the tower, The tower. The tower's next thing. It's the only thing that's not obscured by anything else but what we have drawn already. Everything else is slightly done. Itchy's busy. Yeah, the only thing that's not been obscured is the tower, is the central tower. The dome is being obscured by the tower, as well as the other thing, the ballroom. I don't know how well you can see that because it's going to be tiny on the screen, isn't it? It's going to be teeny tiny. Let me just enlarge, enhance. Okay, so line up so you can see it better. There we go. So you can see the dome over here, and you can see the ballroom and the pool facility is just here. So basically, that's a sports center thing. So this tower is the only thing that's not obstructed. So that's what we're going to be doing next. Because, well, why not? So yay, bacon, yay. So I'm trying to find the button. Let's be, there it is. Where's the button? Like teeny. So according to this, it's behind. Yeah, and that's where it is on the diagram too. Okay, so that's exactly where it should be for me to draw it. Now this tower is basically just a vertical. It's a vertical travel tower. Essentially, it's just another. It's another docking structure, but it's vertical. And instead of being, yeah, I'm gonna have all of the like offices and stuff be in there. Most of the offices, maybe some of the crew accommodations. I don't know. Right. I'm a little bit ready cross with somebody right now, but I'm gonna try and just power through it. Just ignore the feelings. Ignore the feelings. Should we go for yellow? Let's go for yellow. Like a mustard yellow. Okay. Right, now according to this, it's about this high. So it comes to about here. Should make it taller. It doesn't have to be that tall. I mean, on this thing, it is just a big stick. It's a big stick. But I kind of want to go grand with it, you know? Kind of like an observation tower, like an airport tower, you know? But it can't have big windows. That's the problem. You can't have big windows. Well, it can, but they have to be, yeah. It's like a sci-fi version of that. Fuck it. I'm basically drawing, yeah. I'm drawing an observation tower. So this is quite higher, a lot higher than the sketch, which is perfect. But I'm drawing an observation tower because there's in the actual building of the actual hotel, it's like there is a tower, it's a clock tower. So this will be a good kind of like callback to that design. So yeah, so it'll be about this high. Okay, and let's stick with the octagonal theme. Like make it an octagon. It's kind of the bridge, you know. Yeah, it's kind of the bridge. So we're straight up designing something new. That doesn't look too angular. It needs to be more angular. Yeah, that works. And then you could have like you could still have a kind of ring on top. With a docky ring. Just avoid merchant thieves. Yeah, patches are basically very important, just in case shit gets real. You basically need an emergency hatch every now and again. Right, so it's got like these aren't windows. It's just this is just the superstructure. I'm also going to have like an antenna. Yeah, so because these aren't windows, I am going to insert a window, kind of like a shielded window slit, like these things down here, or like these windows will be. They're kind of like shielded. They're kind of inserted inside. So yeah, I don't know how to show that on such a teeny space, though. That's the problem. And they are going to curve. They're kind of going to curve around. Now, the interface between it and the kind of the docking platform ring, or the other ring, just this. Just one big pillar. and it's connected. The thing, this thing is like a hub. It became like the hub. It looks kind of stupid right now, but it'll make sense. It looks like chalk. Has anybody noticed this? This is like really weird texturing, but it looks like chalk. I just realized it should be slightly more that way. Ugh. Shit. Is it going to look bad if it's more this way? It could do. It could look bad. I think I should make that bigger. Let me just mess around with something. This is just... wee loopy. That looks better. That looks better. There's still something wrong with it. There's still something wrong with it, but I'm going to change now. And that looks fine to you, and that's great. But I want it to be the same kind of thickness as these segments because it's a vertical segment. But the tail also, to me, just looks a bit too dinky. The actual this part. So that's about right. Yeah. It just looks it's a bit too small compared to that. I kind of want it to be as big as this square, you know, the top bit to be as big as this, the whole square. I think that works. I think. Yeah, the point of the main structure is that it's a connection point for all of the modules. It basically is part of the superstructure of the entire station. And yeah, it basically connects on this blueprint. It connects the main walkway, the main reception area, which is not this bit. This is part of a lobby. This is part of the main lobby. The reception area is about here. Let me just poke that. So it connects that to the sports facility or the banquet hall. I don't know which one it is yet. I have not actually been to this hotel yet. And it also connects to the dome at some stage as well. Yeah, it connects to the dome, and it also connects it's just a big connector. It's basically for like corridors and stuff. So most of the insides of this thing are going to be elevators and things, but it also is going to house the it's going to house it's the main admin for the station. So yeah, for the station, yeah. So yeah, there's that. So I kind of want to put extra ports on it and things. I kind of wanted to have some kind of like what's it called? kind of like a scaffolding, you know, kind of like a structural support thing, a structural support beam, because they have those on the space station. You know, they basically have those. It's like solar arrays and stuff on the space station. If anything, I kind of want to have a solar array somewhere, but I have nowhere to put it. I do not know where I'm going to put it. I just assume that they have like a generator of some kind, like in the future, a future space generator. But if it did have one of these, if it did have some kind of like engineering section, that's where this thing comes in. This is going to be the hub and the engineering section. So yeah. Problem is that on here I have got like placements for stuff, and you can't really see them. They're kind of on the underside of the actual station, which is a bummer, but yeah. So I was thinking about like, ooh, if I just moved that, then I could actually. I'm like, no, you. I've planned this. I don't want to fuck it up, you know. Like I could make a massive solar structure, solar collector structure just on this one part that I'm looking at, and I'm like, oh, that'd be good, but don't do that. Don't change the plan so drastically now. That'll be crazy. I kind of wanna. How dangerous do you think it would be to put a solar array next to a shell bay? Like, how bad do you think that'll be? Basically, my master plan is to, you see, you've got the docking structure, and then you've got, I haven't included it in the picture, but I was thinking about putting it here. How disastrous would that be? I mean, people could bump into it with their ships, but if it's next to the docking, if it's next to the shell bay, then it shouldn't be that bad. Like, how much free space have we got? I'll put it underneath, but that would be bad. I mean, either goes there or it goes around the dome that's going to be here. But the thing is that in this picture, the light is actually coming from almost like just behind us as the viewer, kind of looking at it, you know, because of the planet. The planet shows you where the light's coming from. So I would like to put, if this is a geostationary thing, well, a stationary thing in space that's always there, facing this way. It doesn't rotate or anything. That would be dangerous, especially with all the parts that it's got. then it would have to be facing the panel would be facing us. Just a random engineer in me talking. It's like, don't do that. That's stupid. No, don't put it there. Oh my god. I'll put them at the back. I just realized I could put them at the back. The whole structure is slightly kind of like going that way. So if I have like a massive array of solar panels, then I can actually put them. Yeah. They can be attached to the sports center conference room area, the ballroom, without getting crazy. I don't want them connected to the main tower. That's the thing. I want them actually connected to the main tower. But in order to do that, they're going to have to be obscured slightly by the earth. You guys, design, design stuff, design talking. Me, design stuff. So the plan, because like I said, I wanted them to be connected to the main tower somehow, because it's like it's an important thing. What I'm trying to say is that there is going to be something around about here. There's actually going to be a thing here. And I want to build something. I want to build something that's kind of here, just rows and rows and rows of space of solar panels. And stuff. But I want them to be connected to the main tower. I don't care if they're off screen. I do not care if they're off screen. But I want them connected to the main tower. But there's a chunk of space stuff here. That makes it really hard for it to be connected to that. Like, I guess there could be kind of like corridor going between these, like a big structure, like a big scaffolding arm kind of thing. I'm just trying to visualize it on the paper without actually drawing on the paper. I can still put the actual things in, but I just won't need to. Figure this out. So I'm distracted. I think somebody's mad at me on Facebook, but I'm in the middle of class. So, you know. What do you think? What do you think? Should I actually make a corridor, a space corridor, a corridor, or should I just leave it? Without it, it's going to look better, but it'll make the entire thing not look as good. But with it, it'll make the tower look great. Maybe we should have a corridor that's basically just like an attachment for the corridor, and not have the actual thing. Yeah, I guess I don't need to put it in. Yeah, it's just that the tower looks a bit bare. It looked bare before. I added the kind of like platform on top, and it still looks a bit not great. So it still looks a bit plain, you know. So we'll eventually have that. We'll have the solar array, and we'll have this other segment, the sports segment, the thing. But yeah, we'll do that in a minute. We'll do that. We might need to do that later tonight. Who knows? But for now, let's focus on the tower, and then we'll start doing that. Let's focus on the tower. Okay. Now I wanted something extra to put on here. So maybe, like I said, there could be a kind of like a sticky out bit, like there's an extra, it's like almost a docking, like one of these things, but on the side of this, you know, so that it basically, you get the feeling that it's just a larger structure version of that, maybe, but it is going to be further away, so it's going to have to be smaller. It really does look like chalk, doesn't it? It's the pencil effect. The pencil effect on black background, it makes it look almost like chalk. So how far up should we do it? Should we do it quite near the top? Yeah. So this is kind of where it would have been if I did actually make the corridor. So do that. We're also going to have another one, a very small one, because it's just like corridor connections, and we're going to have one that's halfway down. Like here, and it'd be kind of like a circular door. I'm not going to have windows on every floor because I kind of feel that would defeat the purpose somehow. But there are going to be windows kind of almost cut into the side in slits. Maybe have this be almost like a T-junction. Would that make it look like too cartoony? Hey, dude! We're designing space station because I realised that the central tower looks a bit plain. So now we're adding shit to it. And honestly, it's going well, but I keep thinking that I'm making mistakes. But we're all learning. We're all learning. So that's the point of this. So yay. Good. So, okay. So now we've got that. We've got the main control room up here. So we've got this kind of like T-junction of like it could be basically like important shuttles and shit. They can come over, they can dock in the little port, and then they can basically fly away or something if they're really super important or whatever. I don't know. VIPs almost. And this other one was meant to be the connector to the solar array, and then at some point in the station's history, it got addition to the station. So they basically redid structural integrity and all that stuff. And instead of it leading directly to the big solar array that was going to be here, now the solar array is going to be on the other side of the structure. It's going to go here. So it got moved. So we're not having that anymore. Makes sense. Okay, so we got. I kind of feel like we need windows, like a row of them, but at the same time, I don't want them to look kind of very commercial. So I'm thinking of basically doing almost like the glass roof thing, and basically having a slot down here, and then dividing it into windows section. So I'm going to see how it looks, almost like this. But imagine if it was on the side of this thing, you know. So I'm going to do that. And just see how it looks. Ugh, the pen lag tonight is a bit atrocious. I keep hearing creepy sounds. What should I have for dinner? What should I have for dinner? I'll just have one window here, one big window here. It's like it's somebody's importance office, you know. What should I have for? Well, not dinner, supper. I have no idea what I'm having for supper. And I'm gonna kind of like. Kind of like this is a removable section. You can just unplug this bit and basically plug something else in or something. I don't know. I was just doodle. I don't think that looks too bad. I think it does copy that a bit too much. But then again, it is one station. You've got panels just here. I could. I don't know, how would that look? No, I feel like that would interfere with something. Do you have any pita bread sandwiches? No, I don't. I've got tuna. I've got tuna though. I can make a tuna salad. That was it. That was easy. Okay, now I can pay attention. Been playing Animal Crossing all day, dude. I mean, how extreme is Animal Crossing though? You know, is it really that brutal? I kind of want I want a series of lights. I feel like I've overdone it with the lights on this section though. Every section has lights so far, and I'm okay with that. But I just don't know. There should definitely be a light up here somewhere. I just don't know where to put it. Should I put it on like the edges? Just here. At the very least, if I don't make them lights, I can always just say that they're kind of just ports or screws or something. It's fucking zen. I know, right? I know it is. That's what I mean. How stressful is it? Like, how hard do you have to focus on the game? You can do both. I don't want to, because I mean, you've seen Egoraptor's animation on Animal Crossing, haven't you? So I'll just save that. I think we're okay with the main tower module now. So let's have a look at how that looks. Let's have a look at how that looks. God, I fucking hate alliteration. Let's scroll. There we go. So that's how it looks so far. It's very, very much looks like chalk, doesn't it? I'm just keeping track of all my colors I'm using. You haven't seen it? Yeah. Well, the reasons that he states. Is it him that does it? He does a thing called this is basically Animal Crossing or something, and it's really funny because it's like, okay, now he's like, okay, now I'm now I moved into a new neighborhood. It's like, let's get started. And it's like, hey, do you want a house? It's like, it'll only make you indebted to me forever. Like, okay. And then it just keeps going and just going, and it's like, when do I actually get to play the game? It's like, oh, it never ends. It's just this. This is the game. It's like, seriously? I was like, yeah, it's just this forever. Right, on the blueprints, the tower sticks out quite a lot. On the sketch that I've done, you can't see the bottom of it. So technically it sticks out a little bit here. But that will kind of ruin these clean lines. Fuck. So I might ignore it. I might ignore that bit. I really like this empty space that I've got here. I don't want to ruin that. That's good, man. I wasn't dissing it. I'm just saying that's why I don't play it. I play a lot of games though because it's just it feels like a bit of a waste of time sometimes, and sometimes you need that. You know, that's why I do have like a couple of games that I just get out every now and again and just quickly just if I want to waste some time or if I want to just chill out for a second, then basically I will play like so far I'm just playing Deep IO on the computer and it's been great. I used to play City Skylines and that was pretty fun for me. But yeah, I'll admit that I didn't get anything accomplished with those games. I used to love Pokemon and it did make you feel like you were accomplishing something, but not really. You know, in the real life, I was basically not accomplishing anything, and that feeling bugging me. You know, I feel like again, this is just what I feel. Like nothing to do with you guys, nothing to do with the video game community or anything like that. You know, I enjoy listening to a good Let's Play while I'm working and stuff, but it's just that it's kind of. I feel like I've only got so much time on this planet, and I kind of want to do. I want to do as much as I can before I'm not here. Okay, more creepiness. It's just the building moving. It's just the building flexing as it warms up and cools down. But just yeah, the office is making creepy noises. It's not good. It's creepy. I don't want it to do that anymore. Okay, so we're gonna go for. Have I done a purpley color? Yeah, I did. That's purpley color. A purpley color? Yeah, it's purpley color. We're gonna red. Is that the red? Where's my color chart thing? We'll do red. We'll do a pastel red. A pastel red. Okay, now we have an issue because attached to the banquet compartment, the you know, the hospitality compartment, whatever you would call that, is the pool. Or it's a bar. I don't know because I've never been to the hotel, but there's a structure that is in the way. What the fuck is that? No. I'm missing out a big part. I haven't done the other side of the let me just show you. I've made a boo-boo. I've made a boo-boo. The tower, bigger. Come on, right up to the screen. There you go. The old tower here. Focus on my That's the old. That's the old tower that we've just drawn. This is the other stuff. This is where the solar panels are going to go. Just over here somewhere. But there's this bit here. This bit just down here. And that's the lobby. That's the main. I mean, that's the reception area. And I've completely not drawn it, but it's on the plans. So whoopsie doodles. Like big whoopsies. Let me just it changed when I made the sound effect. So let me just show you where it is exactly. It's supposed to be here, and it's part of this. Technically, oh no, it is connected. It's not part of it. It is connected though, heavily. It's like these two parts aren't the same thing, but they're connected. Well, it's connected here. And according to this, it's a big tube, but you can't hardly see it because it's covered up by the, yeah. It's not covered up all the way though. There's still a big chunk of it that needs to be done. Ugh. Don't have any windows. It is just the roof of it that I'm going to be drawing. So yeah, I'm not going to do that much detail for it. But I just can't believe I forgot it. I forgot it. How far does it go back? According to the plans, it goes to about here. So it's quite a long tube. It's also got extra rooms in it and stuff. So because there's not much detail on it, I'm going to make it very, very, very like kind of angular. Well, not angular. Very, very squishy looking. It's going to be big pod, basically. So tell us about what you're doing in there, in Animal Crossing. I'm going to put an antenna on this as well. It's like an artsy pod that they tried to make look fancy. I'm either going to put like a kind of like a funky window. Remember, this is supposed to be main reception, so I'm going to put a big a big round window just here. That you can almost see into. Basically, a connecting space. It's not really a thing. Some of the main VIP rooms are going to be here. They're going to have like giant skylights like these, but yeah. That's not really set right, but you get the feeling, you know. Okay, so what I'm doing now is this back to the big picture. You can see me. What I'm doing now is basically there's a structure just here, and you can't really see it much, but this is the thing I want to draw, but this thing's in the way. Alternately, I could just draw the dome, but I've already done this bit, so I might as well just continue doing this side. Especially since there's going to be more stuff now that we've decided that solar panel array is going to be there. But yeah, as you can see on the blueprint, oh come on, camera! My camera's not showing up on my screen. There it is. There it is. So as you can see, we've just done the tower, and we've done this bit, and you see there's a thing here. That's what's in the way of this structure. That's what's in the way of this structure. So we did the tower. We've done that now, and we just need to do that. So once we've done that, that's a habitat cube that's going to be it's just visible. You can't really see it very clearly. But yeah. So I'm working off of like 3 separate angles. I'm trying to hold this. I'm just trying to hold this as close as I can to the camera without it going blurry. I was moving my hand around to try to get exactly where I need to show you guys something. And I was also looking on here to direct the whole thing, even though it's all happening right in front of my face. So it's like, I'm trying to coordinate best I can while talking, and that's complicated. Anyway, yeah, so we're doing that structure, which I'm thinking, I'm hoping it's the pool. I'm hoping it's a swimming pool, like in the hotel itself, in the actual real life hotel, because I know the basic layout of this hotel, and again, I'm hoping it's the swimming pool, because that's how I've designed the window. I made it a big window so you can see the dome and you can see the tower, and if it's the banquet hall and not the pool, I'm hoping it's the pool, then yeah. I mean, if it's the banquet hall, it's still not that bummed. I'm not going to be that bummed out. It's just that I've given one of the swimming pools now a big dome. It's kind of like, you know. Well, it's basically like The Sims. You build your island and make it interesting. Okay, I mean, you got me interested, but I don't think I'm going to buy it. I don't buy video games. They're too expensive. They're like crazy expensive. I saw Smash Brothers was £60. I was in my head. I was like, you know what? I'm stuck at home. I might as well play some video games. I really like Smash Brothers. I haven't got a Switch. I'm gonna do it. You know, I've got enough money to do that. I don't, but I was saying to myself that I did, and then I was like, okay, the Switch is expensive, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun. And the games aren't that bad, and it's like £60. Do you know how much I paid for my PlayStation 2 games? Like the most I would pay for them is $20. And I mean dollars. I don't mean pounds. I mean $20. That's like $15. I mean £15, you know? It's like crazy. Anyway, yeah, so this structure is got to be kind of like in this bit. It's kind of its own structure, although it is connected to the big ballroom / sports center. I don't know what it is yet. But yeah, I love The Sims. I used to love The Sims, like super much love The Sims. Like, oh my god, I love the thing. So it's kind of structure is kind of a wedge shape. It's kind of a hard line up, hard line down. The window is on this surface, and then inside is the pool, and it's a thick deck so that you can actually have the pool inside it with all the artificial gravity and everything like that. So how far does it go back? It goes back to about the end. It goes all the way. And this is a big window. And that goes, does that go back down? Yeah, but I don't really see it. You see, I play Smash to try dumb things, and somehow they work. I like Smash. That's what I mean. I can be super badass, you know, hardcore mode myself, and basically it'll be like the completionist of the game. Or I can just like set it to silly and just go nuts. You know, just like throw shit around, see what works. I used to like being super mental and kind of just exploring the stages completely and finding all the best spots to do range attacks and all that stuff. Now, on here, I've got like a texture, almost like it's like a grid texture, you know? It's kind of like just a grid texture over, yeah. So I'm guessing it's just super hard glass or super hard metal glass that is super strong, but it can only be made in so like this, you know? It can be made in this size. It can't be made like in giant sizes. So, or maybe it's a radiation protection grid. Who knows? Essentially, there's a grid over this glass of this giant window. Tubbs, buddy, put yourself in that situation. What situation? What are we talking about? Like, these are the main parts of the glass. I kind of want them to line up with the edges. That's the problem. Just undo with what I just did. That sucked. I'll admit it. That sucked. Let's do this super neatly. So, activate line mode. Here we go. So this corner. This is only sketch mode, so yeah. The Smash thing, I've made people hate me for playing. What? What you mean doing the range attacks? Well, I sometimes just do that just to chill out. I kind of actually, you know, I play it. I used to play it normally, but then I was like, eh. If I need to if I need to chill out, I will just do that to the computer. I've never done that to actual people because yeah, people hate that. People hate that so much. But it used to be fun to watch where the automatically homing tracking missile. You know, what character is it going to go for? It should just go for the closest, right? But sometimes it doesn't. I just like watching it do its thing. Or finding a really good place where you can get like all the Pokeballs. I used to have really good luck with Pokeballs. Right, so that's kind of like what I was trying to go for. Yep. Get rid of the straight line mode. I could do sketches. I meant to do this as a square. Right, now we've done that bit. And that's all glass and stuff. This glass panel. You like the tower? I like the tower too. It's very detailed. I think I went overboard a bit. But hopefully it's not too distracting. I mean, it's just a sketch when it gets painted. The whole detail is going to be missing, or there's going to be more, you know, there's going to be shading detail that's going to be overlaid on top of it and stuff. So the tower, the whole point of the tower is to not only just govern everything and to make kind of like it look like an actual space station, but also to, like I said, connect all of these pieces together. So you can't see it here, but on my diagram, it's connected to this segment, and also it's connected to. Actually, it's not. It's not connected to this segment. It's connected to the dome, which is then going to be connected directly to the segment. But it's also connected to this segment as well. The pool segment, and it's also connected to the habitat segment as well. That's going to be just here, just out of shot behind the dome, because the dome is going to be here, and we're going to have the other bits of this segment here. You like the colors? Well, this is just a way of me to just separate everything. That makes sense. Although ironically, we've got 3 segments that are going to be all in this one color, because technically this part, this segment is connected to the ballroom segment, because there's a ballroom bit up here. Oh, shut up. Not you. The yawning. The yawning. The yawning can go to hell. Right. And we're going to do that. We're going to do the ballroom segment now. Now this is going to be hard because this is the first dome. Should I do the ballroom segment, or no? I do the ballroom segment. Ugh. If I don't do the ballroom segment, then I've just done part of it already anyway. I might as well just keep going. Deck. Okay. Oh, it's a half dome. It's not even a full big dome. And there's 2 of them. What was I thinking? Well, people like to sit and eat at the restaurant in the ballroom, and they like to have a little thought when they're doing it. God, what an idiot I was like 5 minutes ago. Okay, so dome powers activate. Where is the dome in relation to the shuttle bay? Is this line right? This line doesn't look right. It doesn't look like it connects properly to this line. It's supposed to be the same, but they're not. Alteration! Must alter line. Problem area. Bad. Bad. Why have I got the Katamari music stuck in my head? Does this do it? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I heard a small furry thing. No, hedgehogs are really obvious because they make all sorts of cute little noises. That was definitely a mouse or something. Right. Yeah, I've got the Catamari music stuck in my head. Anyway, that looks a bit better. Okay. Now it's all lit up. Now it looks pretty. It's all shiny and pretty. Yeah, that's looking a lot better. I don't know why it was sticking out so much. Anyway. Anywho. Yeah, hedgehogs make very, very obvious noises. Very much like, I'm a hedgehog. Gotta get fast. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, hedgehogs aren't subtle. Hedgehogs are not subtle. I was going to make a bunch of Sonic the Hedgehog jokes just then, but I was like, don't do that. Don't do that. Just don't. It's fine. This is fine. I don't think this line can, like, goes with it. It might need to go that way a bit more. So it's a flat base, and then there's going to be two domes, one here and a smaller one here. So I'm just double checking where they connect up to stuff. Okay, it's slightly more sunken than this bit, so it almost like reaches that bit. Away. And I still have the Katamari music stuck in my head. What is the deal? Okay, so the base of this dome reaches the sides, like reaches the edges, actually touches the edges. It's a big one. It's the big dome. Technically, its base is bigger than the taller dome that we've got later. They make the presence known. They make little hedgehog noises. They're adorable. Hedgehogs are cute. Now the smaller dome is, like I said, it's a smaller dome. It's going to be a pain in the ass because it's made up of lots of little triangles. Oh, why did I design the domes that way? This one's a concentric circle dome, but this one is going to be made up of lots of little triangles. So now with the base of the big dome sorted, I can actually start constructing it. Now it's not very tall. Like I said, it's not very tall, it's just got the widest base. So it's like that. It's a bubble dome. Yeah, whatever that creature was, it's behind me. It's outside, and it's behind me. I think it was a mouse. It might even be a rat. It's trying to be subtle, but I can hear it. Super hearing, activate. I know, Tubbs, be careful. It's a rat. It's outside. It's probably a rat. Might even be a mole. You know, if we're going exotic. And I never knew about moles ever before, but since living here, I found out about them. Okay, so the very top of the dome is about here. So we need to make a dome nipple. And we've got to make, like I said, it's concentric circles. You just basically make a map, a map grid over this thing. This one's got a very obvious one, whereas the bigger dome will not have an obvious one. I mean, that one's going to have an obvious one. This one does not. It's basically just a bunch of these lines. I've got to figure this out exactly because that's where the paint is to go. I've got to make the longitudinal and the other lines of this dome. It's very creepy because it sounds like it's in the room with me. It's not in the room with me. It just sounds like it. It's creepy. Calm down. It's not in the room with me. It just, like I said, it's like, because I've got nothing on in the background. I've got no like music or anything on in the background. I'm just talking. But when I don't speak, my over. Click my beard things. Anyway, my hypersensitivity to sound basically means that it kind of brings everything closer audibly to me. So it sounded like it was right behind my desk, but in fact it's just probably outside. It's just found something that it's nibbling on the outside of the office, and it's nowhere in my office. But it basically is that. Let's hope it stays outside. I don't mind rats being in here. I mean, there's not. What they're going to do? They might chew into the cable for the heater. But apart from that, what are they going to do? Besides, rats are cute. I miss my rats. I miss you, rats. Oh, I know what they're chewing on, or at least what they're trying to chew on. Remember when I made that video, the last video I made, when I opened the office doors and a bunch of garbage fell out of my office because I keep it all in that corner. You know, my bins overflow. It's just Pepsi mix bottles, but a bunch of it fell out and it staying outside my office. I haven't picked it up yet. It's sniffing around my trash. That's what they're doing. That makes more sense. Is 2 bands enough, or should we have a third? I've only got 2 real ones. I'll make a barrier one. I'll make it look better, question mark. Okay, now there's a bunch of radial lines as well that come out from the top. Ugh. Maybe I should do them from like this bit. Is my ticker still working? Yeah, it is. That's good. And then I can do these ones because this is fine. This is only so I know where to put the paint. You know, that I have to do all of this. It can be a pain, but sometimes some people don't understand this. You have to have a lot of patience when you're doing art because there are some things that just won't look as good if you try to half-ass them. Like some people don't put in all of the textures for all of like the wings, the leaves, and the leaves in the trees, for example. You know? You can't just leave them blank. You can't just make it a big squiggle unless you kind of lazy, and that's the effect that you're going for. I get it, but like I learned this. I didn't learn this for a long time at school, where you have to put in the effort to actually make things look good sometimes, because if you don't put in all of the feathers of a bird in drawing, then it looks a bit childish and lazy, and like you've half-assed it. So if you basically start drawing a grid, then you have to do the entire grid, or it's not going to look as good. Which is why I'm kicking myself, because this smaller dome is going to be made out of triangles. Because of course it is. It's only because I've drawn triangular based spheres before that I know it's a pain in the butt. So what I'm gonna do is, it comes to like here, That's how big it is. It's a smaller dome, but it's a tall small dome. It's an actual half spheroid, as opposed to this one, which is a flattened bubble dome. It's not a true spheroid. The difference between spheroids and true spheroids is that a bubble is a squished sphere and is a spheroid. A true spheroid is an actual sphere. It's not squished. There you go, it's science for you. What is it? Geometry? I think it's geometry. Shapes? Yeah, that's geometry. So yeah, this is a pain in the butt. When you're drawing spheres, think about your textures, because that's going to be a pain to draw sometimes. Now, I do know a trick. It's not going to help me when it comes to painting, but to help me draw this, I do know a trick. You basically draw like that. You do a curved line around one part of it, and then a secondary curved line around another part of it, like this. I don't know. I've never done this on the computer before, so I don't know how this is going to work out. And then what you do is you try to look for where they connect, the actual meeting points of these lines, and you try to draw a line between them. It comes out way smoother. You do the third line. And you make triangles. Or at least it looks like some of them look like triangles. You can make them appear like they're triangles. See, that kind of works. Again, that's not going to help me when I paint it. I'm going to actually have to do each individual triangle. But for now, this shows me where each triangle is going to go. Each tiny little pyramid is going to go on this structure. Yeah. Now, there are actually two, there's kind of like two rows of metal, like two metal bars kind of here, that go around the smaller dome. And I said to myself, well, this is obviously some kind of like shielding. It's a shield grid. It's like an electromagnet or something to stop like shit from micrometeors or something. But yeah, I don't know. On the diagram here, it's got these two metal bars, just like one here, one that you can't see. So yeah. And also, this is a window. So yeah. Okay, so now that is donesies. Right, let me save, so it doesn't actually, you know, crash and delete all of this and stuff. So the last thing that we have to do, the absolute last thing, is the dome. That's the last thing at the space station that we actually have to draw. And that's going to go here. The main large dome is going to go here. Did I save this color? I don't think I saved this color. No, I didn't. No, I did. So yeah, the dome is actually going to go here. That's the last thing we have to do on the station, besides adding the extra details. Now, the extra details are going to be the there's going to be an extra habitat thing, but we can't really see it. It's going to be just like here, underneath the dome, because it's behind the dome and it's also slightly lower than the dome, because this is a space station. It basically can fit into a three-dimensional space. You know, it doesn't have to just be flat like a building. It's well, or tall like a skyscraper. It can be all over the place like it is. And of course there's going to be like a, so you're going to see a bit of it just off to the side. And I have actually got it on the plans. I know it. Tiny screen. I'm tiny screened. No, that's wrong. Why did I do that? There it is. You can actually, like, that's the basic sketch that I did a while ago, and you can see the dome, and you can kind of see this little box that's underneath it. Well, that's because, and that's behind the, yeah. So as you can see on the plans, the 3D plans, or the 2D plans, we've got all of this bit that we've done now, all of this bit, and you've got the dome, and then you've got this box behind the swimming pool, and that's a habitat box. That's basically a whole section of quarters or hotel rooms and stuff. As you can see on the three-dimensional thing, you got the dome, and it's lower than the dome, and that's because it's behind it. So yeah. So that is not a worry at all, because like I said, we're gonna fix it. But yeah, as you can see, we've done a pretty okay job. Let me save. I didn't save the color. Now I've saved the color. As you can see, we've done a pretty fine job with the station itself. We just have to do that bit. The dome bit is going to be here, and then we're going to have like a solar array either here or behind it, just like here off to the distance or something. I don't know. I haven't decided where I'm going to put it yet. It's kind of it's a thing. It's part of the planning process. So yeah. So once we've done those, again, we've plenty of time. We've got a whole year to figure all of this out. But once we've done those, then the station will be complete. And when the station's complete, we're going to go over here and draw a basic representation of the spaceship that's going to be either leaving or it's going to be coming. I don't know. I haven't decided what direction I'm putting the spaceship in yet. But it might just be the back end of the space station. I don't know. I can't see all of the space station, but I mean all of the spaceship, but I'm not sure. That's going to be representing the old spaceship, or the old hotel, because this is the new hotel, which the sci-fi convention is going to be at. So yeah. But no, with the addition of the tower and the recreation facilities, yeah, that's what they're called. We got the housing, we got the shuttles, we got the housing, we got the recreation facilities, and we got the main tower. We just need the habitat. We need the habitat dome and the energy source, or the generator, and it'll be done. But like I said, we've got a whole year, and we haven't even started on the painting yet. This is all set up. But I will say that I am more pleased with this one now than I was with the sketch. I think we're now on the territory of it looking better than the sketch, because while the sketch was looking pretty good, but with the additions and changes that we've made to the sketch, it's looking a lot better. Although this thing here is still annoying, this line. Oh my god, the line. Oh. Should we try and fix that? Is that bad? We can always hit undo. We can always hit undo. Let's do it, because that's just gonna bug me. Okay. So it's all of this line. Just this whole top. Don't want to catch any of the windows. Yeah, that's about lined up with that. Oh god, oh no, where's it going? I'm kidding. Last second it moved. It's like fucking surgery, isn't it? No, that makes a curve. I want to get rid of the curve. There we go. Does that look better? You guys, do you think that looks better? Yep. Okay. Oh, even with the flashy line around it, in fact, including the flashy line, it's like, it does look better. It looks pretty. It always looks pretty when you did these. Oh, actually, that is a relief. That is a weird relief. It's less jarring, even from a distance. It's less jarring. Yeah, that wasn't quite straight, and that was bugging me. This wasn't quite straight, and that was bugging me. And they're both fine. They're perfectly straight. It's all good. Near perfectly straight. It's still a sketch, I know. These two lines aren't parallel, and that bugs me a little bit, but I'm going to let that go because I'm going to fit it in the painting, because I'm going to. Okay, now save. Now I'm gonna save it. I'm happy with that. Now it looks a loads better than this sketch. Okay, I'm gonna go have my tuna salad. Well, I'll make my tuna salad and then I'll go eat it. But I'm gonna go do that. And if anybody's awake, by the way, Panda Fox, I just want to say, I'm not blaming you at all. I'm not pissed off at you or anything. But I was gonna draw something tonight. But last night I was gonna draw something. I was gonna finish off a sketch, and I was gonna do it live on Discord and stuff. And I was actually kind of excited because I saw that you were online on the voice channel on something else. So I was going to jump on there and do the stream on there. Or at least doodle while I listen to you guys talk. And I got my drawing pad out. I opened the program. And then you all fucked off. It was like, oh no, Tubbs is coming. No. We gotta get out of there, guys. We gotta get out of there. So I was like, did they just run away from me? Is that what happened? Nah, maybe. But yeah, then you went offline for hours. So I just watched my TV about the thing about Monet for a long time. Monet's had a really interesting life, guys. Like, I've been watching documentaries about him. I've got a weird thing. Me and Tate had a talk last night. Ooh, what about? No, tell me later. Tell me later. Wrong channel. Wrong channel, dude. This is about art. This is about art. This channel is about art. Look at the art. I really wish I could actually be that one character sometime, just, super over the top, dramatic about art, because I'm not gonna lie, I could totally pull it off. Are you going to stream again? I don't know if I'm going to stream again tonight. I'm going to go eat my tuna salad, and then I'm going to probably play on the computer, which might be a euphemism, who knows, and see how I feel. Play on the computer game, maybe. Let's see how I feel. That's the thing. I'm not worried. I'm not mad at you guys, really. It's just that the fact that I got onto the stage where I was about to jump in on the voice chat and stuff was kind of like I'd already built myself up to do this. And everybody fucked up, So I'm not really mad. It's just that normally when I see people aren't online and I'm going to draw something, because it's furry art, so it's not, it's kind of furry art. So it's not like something that I could just do a lesson about. I might be able to do that. I don't know. I felt like the furry art community been kind of like a bit shat on by the general art community and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I might do that on this channel at some stage. Anyway, yeah. So I just was going to do that while I was watching TV anyway. So yeah, I just found it funny, Yes, not gonna lie. Some people in the voice chat can be annoying. I mean, no. 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 Right, just a general thing before I go, because I am leaving now that I've done this. I'm going to change my view. There we go. They could see me. That I recently discovered how to change the nib on my pen. How to change the pointy bit of my pen, my art stylus thing. And I knew about this, but you see, this is this is the pen that came with this tablet, and it's great. It's a Wacom something, I don't know. It's got 2 buttons, and the top part doesn't come off. This doesn't come off, but it has interchangeable nibs. Now the problem is that basically, like I said, there's no way of, you can't actually unscrew this end part to get to it. And I tried my bestiest to basically just pull it and poke it with my nails or my fingers, just trying to pull it out, just trying to get it out. And I couldn't do that. And I was like, how do you do that? I mean, I must need pliers to do this. And you see the back end of this one comes off. It's got replacement nibs. It has 3 of them. In this case, it's only got 1 because this is a second-hand device. So they've left me 1, so that's pretty cool of them. But I was like, well, how do I put that in if I ever need to put it in? Because I haven't needed to yet. So, yeah. And there's no real obvious thing of how to do this. And then I realized that the end part, there's no cap on the end of this. It's just, there's just a metal tube with a hole in it. And I was like, well, I mean, is that used for something? I mean, is it a sensitive thing? A sensitive button kind of thing? Does it somehow connect to the rest of the pen? You know, does it connect to these 2 buttons on the side? Which is, for me, it's my eraser and my color selector. It's my left mouse click, basically. But no, I found out recently that this can be used. It's hollow. I can see through it. And you can actually take out the end by basically putting it in the end of this into that little hole, and then pulling ever so slightly, and it will come out. And I was like, actually, that's kind of ingenious, but I never knew that. I got this pen, and I never knew that. Like, that's the nib. I just took it out using the end part. So I was like, once I figured out that was the way to do it, I was like, oh my god, I'm such a dingus. For fuck's sake. Of course that's how you do this. I mean, it's not obvious, and it's semi-convoluted, but it's like, what the fuck? Of course that's how you do it. So yeah, if you've basically got one of these pens on one of these tablets, look at all of the drawing that I've been doing on this section. It's terrible. On one of those tablets, then yeah, that's how you remove the nib and how you put in a new nib. Okay, it's not hard. It's just, it's kind of obvious. It makes you feel like a moron once you figure it out. It's probably in the instruction manual, but the thing is that I don't have an instructional manual with this because it's secondhand, so it came in the box without a manual or anything. So I basically had to figure out how to do this by myself. Although I did ask the guy who gave it to me, you know, exactly, you know, what program to use and stuff, and he sent me this program that you're seeing now on screen to use, so it was quite easy. So yeah, just a hint for my students out there who want to know how to take the nib out. Anyway, guys, I will be back. I will be definitely doing another live stream on my other channel tomorrow. I don't know what it'll be about, but I'm figuring it out. Great. I think there's a cat on my roof. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know when or where, but I'll try to be back on here. But I actually have some other art stuff that I need to be doing. I know I've got a backlog of lessons that I need to do and stuff, but I've got other stuff in my life that I need to get on with, including paid commissions and stuff. So yeah, although this is a trade, so yeah, I'll be doing things and stuff and junk. So yeah, you guys have a good one, and I need to find a new name for these lessons and stuff, because I'm kind of using an old format from a different channel for the naming conventions of this. Like this one's called ProTUBBSart and stuff. What do I keep saying and stuff? The other ones, it's a different naming convention from a different streaming channel that I do. So I kind of want to call it something else, like Art Class Blair, something else. But I don't know. So we need to think of that. I also need to come up with a better intro or outro or something. But yeah, whilst I am paying for it, enjoy the banners and stuff. I'm enjoying it. Why does this one always look like this one's still really long compared to this one? This one's just poofier, but this one's as long as it just keeps trying to flip itself behind itself. That's stupid. These are staying in. These have stayed in pretty good. I wonder if I'm actually going to forget that they're in and I'm going to fall asleep with them. Like, I'm going to go to bed and find I've got a tiny rune stuck to my hand or something. I don't know. Anyway, guys, have a good one. I'll see you guys tomorrow.